Welcome back to the Get Willy computer classes, that is learning computer with seeing the natural sides of Indian village. Now today we will talk about the main memory. In this lecture or in this topic we learn about main memory. What is main memory? A computer central processing unit contains necessary circuitry for data processing and controlling other components of the computer system. Here one thing it does not have built into it is the place to store program and data needed during data processing. We also saw that the central processing unit contains several registers for storing data and instruction, but they can store only a few bytes at a time. They are just sufficient to hold one or two instructions with corresponding data. If instruction and data of an executing programs were to reside in secondary storage like a disk and fetched and loaded one by one into CPU registers as the program execution proceeded, this would lead to the central processing unit being idle most of the time. This is because there is a large speed mismatch between the rate at which CPU can process data and the rate at which the system can transfer data from disk to central processing unit registers. For example, a CPU can process data at a rate of about 5 nanoseconds per byte or 6 nanoseconds per byte, and a disk reader can read data at a speed of about 6 microseconds per byte. Hence, within the time in which a disk can supply 1 byte of data, a CPU can process 100 bytes of process 1000 bytes. This would lead to a very poor overall performance even for a computer having a very fast central processing unit. To overcome this problem, there is a need to have a reasonably large storage space that can hold instruction and data of programs on which central processing unit is currently working on. The time to fetch and load data from this storage space into CPU registers must also be very small as compared to that from disk storage to reduce the speed mismatch problem with central processing unit speed. Every computer has such a storage space known as primary storage, main memory or simple memory. Instruction and data of a program reside mainly in this area when central processing unit is executing the program. Basically, this memory consists of some integrated circuit IC chips either on the motherboard or on a small circuit board attached to the motherboard of a computer system. This built-in memory allows CPU to store and retrieve data very quickly. The rate of fetching data from this memory is of the order of 15 nanoseconds per byte, and the rate of fetching from main memory is about 100 times faster than that from a high speed secondary storage like disk. Storage evaluation criteria. Now we will see the storage evaluation criteria. Any storage unit of a computer system is characterized and evaluated based on following properties: access time, It is the time required to locate and retrieve stored data from the storage unit in response to a program instruction. Faster access time is preferable as compared to secondary storage unit. Primary storage unit have faster access time. Next, storage capacity. It is the amount of data which the storage unit can store. Larger storage capacity is desirable as compared to secondary storage unit. Primary storage units have less storage capacity. Cost per bit of storage. It refers to the cost of a storage unit for a given storage capacity. Lower cost is desirable as compared to secondary storage unit. Primary storage units have higher cost per bit of storage. Next is volatile. If a storage unit can retain data stored in it even in the case of power off or interruption of power, it is called non-volatile storage. On the other hand, if a storage unit loses data stored in the case of power off or interruption of power, it is called volatile storage. Obviously, non-volatile storage is desirable in almost all computer systems. Primary storage units are volatile and secondary storage units are non-volatile. Random access. If the time taken to access a piece of data from a storage unit is independent of the location of the data in the storage unit, it is called random access storage or random access memory RAM. Each location of a RAM is as easy to access as any other location and takes the same amount of time. In almost all computer systems, primary storage units have random access property and secondary storage units have either pseudo-random access. Access time is nearly same for all locations but not exactly same. Or sequential access. Access time depends on the location of the data property.